Ever wondered what's actually happening inside your body when you lift weights to get bigger and stronger? That process you are aiming for is called muscle hypertrophy, which is essentially the growth of muscle tissue. It all starts with the right stimulus. And for muscle growth, that stimulus is almost always resistance training. The primary driver here is mechanical tension, meaning the muscle has to work incredibly hard against a heavy load. This intense loading causes microscopic damage, often referred to as micro tears, within the muscle fibers themselves. Think of these tiny tears not as a bad thing, but as signals telling your body it needs to repair and reinforce the structure. Your body then initiates a complex repair process, mobilizing specialized cells to the site of the damage. These crucial cells, known as satellite cells, are essentially dormant stem cells, waiting for their moment to contribute. Satellite cells fuse with the existing muscle fibers, donating their nuclei to help manage the increased cellular machinery. This fusion is vital because it directly supports protein synthesis, which is how new muscle material is actually built. The process requires raw materials, which is why consuming enough high-quality protein becomes absolutely non-negotiable. Your body takes those dietary proteins and breaks them down into essential amino acids that act as the literal bricks for muscle repair. But repair isn't just about fixing what was broken, it's about overcompensation, making the structure thicker than before. This rebuilding phase results in thicker, denser muscle fibers, which is the physical manifestation of hypertrophy. Another key factor is metabolic stress, often felt as that intense muscle burn during high rep sets. This stress causes a buildup of metabolic byproducts, leading to cell swelling, which also contributes to growth signals. To keep this growth engine running, you must practice progressive overload, continually challenging your muscles more than last time. Progressive overload can mean lifting heavier weights, doing more repetitions, or simply reducing your rest periods. Beyond just the lifting, you need adequate energy, which means maintaining a slight caloric surplus to fuel the construction. If you don't eat enough, your body simply won't have the extra resources necessary to build new, bigger muscle tissue. Remember that muscle building is an energy-expensive process, so fuel intake timing is definitely secondary to total intake. Hydration also plays a surprisingly large role because muscle tissue is primarily composed of water. Crucially, muscle growth does not happen in the gym. That is where you create the stimulus for growth. The actual remodeling and construction work happens while you are resting, which is why recovery is paramount. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night, as this is when your body releases key growth hormones. Hormones like growth hormone and testosterone are essential communicators that direct the repair and synthesis processes. This means consistent adherence to your plan. Both diet and training is far more important than one perfect workout. Avoid overtraining by paying close attention to persistent fatigue or a sudden drop in performance metrics. Remember that muscle growth is a non-linear process, so there will absolutely be weeks where progress seems stalled. Learning to listen to your body's signals regarding pain versus productive discomfort is a skill you must develop. Ultimately, muscle growth boils down to applying enough stress, providing the necessary building blocks, and allowing for dedicated rest. Understanding the mechanism demystifies the hard work and transforms it into an applied science in your favor. Now that you know the theory behind hypertrophy, it's time to translate that knowledge into powerful action. Stay educated, stay consistent, and watch your physique evolve through these fundamental physiological principles.